Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Underqualified,
a podcast where we talk about shit we're not qualified to talk about.
Hey, Shar.
Hey, Reg.
Hey, Jade.
Oh my
Guys,
God, everyone.
This is our first guest.
I'm so excited to be here.
Round of applause for our first guest.
Yes. So if this goes poorly, you never saw us. This never happened.
Yeah, you can give the formal review on our podcast.
And if it's bad,
then
well,
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's the name. It's okay. So we're here today with Jade, aka Amara J, artist.
Keep the merch.
Keep the merch. So let's talk a little bit, like a little brief intro. Mm-hmm. You are a singer-songwriter. And let's get into, how it started. We'll wait for that, but like just a little what you do, what type of music you make, stuff like that.
So I'm a singer and songwriter. I love everything and anything R&B. I grew up listening to all R&B artists like Beyonce, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. I even have a famous relative, Jasmine Sullivan. Yes, I love her. Grew up listening to all of her songs, so she kind of like inspired me to like chase my dreams and make music. I also, before my stepfather passed away, sadly, he also inspired me to chase after my dreams and just write music and go into the studio and record it and share it with the world. So that's what I'm doing, trying to chase after my dreams.
And when did you start making music?
So I actually made my first song in my junior year of high school. I did it on GarageBand. It was just a joke. It was a joke. Me and my friend, he made a beat for me, and I was like, okay, I'll try to write something on top of that. So I recorded that with him, and I was like, wait, this is pretty fun. So I released that, and I kind of took a long gap until freshman year of college, and then I started to do the EP, State of
So
Love.
when you say you released it, what do you mean?
So I released the song that I made on GarageBand on SoundCloud.
Oh, okay, got it.
Humble beginnings.
Classic, humble beginnings.
And I think I got like 300 like listens on there, so I was just like, okay, this is kind of good. A good start. But then I took that long gap. I didn't make any music senior year, but once I got here to Drexel, I started recording for
And
the
did you
EP.
come to Drexel? Jade's also in the music industry program with Regina and I, but a year younger. So did you come to the music industry program with the intentions of being an artist?
Actually, when I got here, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So
Understandable.
Yeah, I was just all over the place. I was trying to figure it out, and then I started to meet new people, and I was like, I might as well go to the studio and just record a few things. And then I met Regina. Exactly. And then we kind of teamed up. Now she's my manager. And then we just kind of started from there.
Yeah. So you guys met at Take a Freshman Out to Dinner,
Yeah,
which is like a little cute little thing our program does where the upperclassmen, aka sophomores and to seniors, get paired with the freshmen in the program and just give whatever advice, to networking opportunity, or just to make a friend.
Yeah, make a friend.
And so how'd that go about?
So I'm not even gonna lie, I just kind of wanted like a nice meal.
Yeah, Drexel pays for it.
Yeah, so
and we got 2 meals.
We get a free meal, and I was like, you know what? I don't really want to buy dinner. I don't want to make dinner, and what's the harm in meeting somebody? And so you and I met, and oh my God, you remember how loud it was?
Yes,
in that restaurant. Our table was right under this huge speaker, and we were like shouting across the table, like,
hear each other.
So where are you from? What'd you say? Like just yelling at each other, but it was really cool. And you mentioned like, because I wasn't managing anybody at that time, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna maybe try and find someone to manage. And then you mentioned,
I'm looking for a manager.
Yeah, and then you mentioned you were like, I'm looking for a manager, and I was like,
might as well team
I was
up.
like, hey,
something about this feels right.
Exactly.
What a coinkydink.
It was crazy,
really
and
crazy.
I was like, oh my God, like this. Wait, it's November. That would have been 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Wow.
Oh my God.
Wait,
that's crazy.
I'm not even a part of this and I'm feeling old.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Time is flying.
Yeah, because we met in November. And then I was like, hey, if you need someone, like, here's my number.
I desperately
here's
need
my
someone.
Instagram, whatever. And I like went home and like had no expectations, whatever. And then like the next day you like texted me. You're like, hey, I'd love to work with you. I was like, yes. And then I found out that our friend Chana had paired us up. So shout out Chana.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's my roommate and my bestie.
Shout out Chana.
Yeah, shout out to Chana.
It's been great.
And look at you guys now. Look at where we are now.
I know. I can't believe
I will say, like, I'm low-key
it.
proud of us because we did the whole, like, we did the EP release and, like, the photo shoots and videos and merch all after, like, not seeing each other for like over a year.
A little over a year.
Over a year. We hadn't seen each other in person in so long.
And we got so much done.
We did everything, like, remotely. And, like, that was kind of crazy.
I'm assuming this is over the pandemic.
Yeah, over the pandemic.
Yeah, because the EP just dropped, like, this summer.
This summer, the beginning
And so you guys saw each other for the first time again when?
Was it Dragonfly?
No. Was it? No.
No, it was actually, I think, in here when you showed me.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I gave her a tour of this room.
I think it was the first week of classes.
Yeah, because we kept being like, oh, we should meet up and we should like get dinner together or something. And then we just like kept missing each other.
Dragonfly was when?
October 2nd.
And so you guys were, we were basically in school for like 3 weeks at that point.
Yeah, so we saw each other in person for the first time in over a year in September.
In the middle
and
of
3 weeks
September.
later, you guys already managed to get yourself on a stage.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure this stuff happened remotely too, but like...
But we had like so many meetings with so many people, over FaceTime, over Zoom and stuff. It was crazy.
And Dragonfly, we know this, but Dragonfly was your first performance.
Was my first performance. Yeah.
And you opened for Flo Rida.
Yes, I know.
Crazy.
It was crazy. So when the opportunity came up, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is my first performance and it's for Flo Rida. What the heck? So I kind of was freaking out, but I was like, this is a perfect opportunity for me to like share my music and show who I am as an artist. So
yeah, and it's an outdoor venue, which is always fun, especially in the time of COVID. And
it was for Drexel, so now Drexel students get a chance to know who I am.
And there were a lot of people there.
And it's like kind of sucky because it's like I feel bad for literally everyone but senior. I feel bad for seniors too, but it's like when you come into Drexel, you have your first year, right? And it's kind of like we're gonna make music and we're gonna go to the studio, but not everyone their freshman year gets to do live performances. Yeah. I know our friends kind of did, but like not
at least
as
not
much.
to that magnitude. Yeah. Usually it's like house shows.
But
or
even
like
at that
things.
point, I do feel bad for the underclassmen now, just because they missed all that opportunity to get that type of house show practice in or whatever. Not that like to discredit house shows in any way; they're so fun. But it's like, well, then now Dragonfly was her first performance. And you're all,
which is crazy.
Not that there's any rush, but it's like, I feel like if it wasn't for COVID, you would already been performing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Literally before the pandemic, I was like, we should start. Like,
we were like trying to plan for house shows.
And we were like
also
trying to get a band
keep in mind, I've
together
been thinking about you for some people I know who are looking for house shows.
Yes.
So
I would love to perform.
Yeah, no, I was literally having a conversation with these two sophomores, and I was like, oh, like, how's the transition been? Like, because they didn't get a full year on campus, or they didn't get any really much of any time on campus. And the one girl, she was like, I moved in on campus like during like the winter months, because I remember they let freshmen on campus in January, and I was like, oh my god, like that's crazy. And she was like, yeah, like I couldn't really talk to anybody. I couldn't hang out with anyone. If I wanted to hang out with people, we had to stand outside in the courtyard in like 20-degree weather in January.
Did they do like
March.
Traditional housing?
I think they did, but like there were restrictions on where they could hang out, like in the buildings and stuff. And then I was talking to this other sophomore, and she was like, oh, I moved in like in spring. And I was like, oh, get ready for the winter, because it's gonna be rough.
Yeah. I mean, at least you got you had your entirety of your freshman year, right?
No.
So I didn't get the spring term.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
That's like the best time. That's what everyone says on campus.
Because it's like you're coming out of seasonal depression.
Exactly.
For some reason, life is happening again on campus.
Yeah, campus comes alive.
Everyone's outside. Everyone's
oh my god, I'm starting
mood.
to get sad for you.
I was so sad. But
freshman year especially.
But I am grateful that I was able to at least get 2 terms here and like meet people, make friends.
When you came back to campus, did you feel like a freshman again?
I didn't feel like a freshman, but I definitely did not feel like a junior.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Oh my god, yeah.
Junior, like.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I can't believe you both are seniors.
Yeah.
Let's not get into it. I had too many mental breakdowns today.
Oh my god,
I can't afford it.
You were a freshman. I was a sophomore when we first met. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Freshly freshman, freshly sophomore.
Yeah.
Weird.
How does it feel to be seniors?
Crickets.
I just had my senior portraits done. I was like,
because I didn't do that, but I did get a ring, and I'm really excited for it to come in.
Nice.
I might get one. I don't know.
Like, this one's a bit too class swingy for me. The other one that I got is,
That's
yeah, I don't wear.
This one's my middle school one. My high school one.
You have one from middle school? Wow.
It's my private school showing. Then I got my one for my high school, and I haven't been wearing that one recently just because I like the color of this one right now and other things, but I'm not going to get into it. Don't look at my nails. I was supposed to get my nails done today.
No, but
it
was crazy. Like I was getting my photos done, and then they put like the gown and the cap on, and I like had a little crisis.
You, like,
I was like, oh my god, what the hell?
I'm ready to graduate. It's crazy.
Like,
unless I don't, then that would be really awkward.
Oh yeah,
graduate.
I know I will. But we talked about that last episode. I did have a mental breakdown in that one, like on camera.
Oh no!
Caught on 4K. Sure, had a crisis.
That was the title of the that was the
title
of the
we were having an existential crisis. That was the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it really did happen. But yeah, I think it's just like a weird way of like looking at life, because I remember so distinctly what it was like applying for colleges and like. When I came to Drexel, I was like, fuck it, let's go, like, whatever. And then now it's, like, me personally, I'm starting that process all over again because I have more school ahead of me. But it's, like, for someone like Regina, you have your master's and then, which is 1 year for us. Yeah.
And then I get kicked into the real world.
Scary.
It is scary. But at least, you know, like, you'll have your senior year. Like, that's what I was, like, really grateful for, is like at least we have the entirety of our senior year to have like with everyone in our program, just because like it's nice to like I like our program because it's just like I like the people, I like the creative environment, and like I won't be this, not that I do anything creative, but I won't be surrounded by this many creative people in one concentrated area of my life, I think, ever, even though I'll be working in the music industry, just because it's like you're not forced, but like you're forced into a classroom with like 20 people who are all music industry people.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's so nice to think that it's like, that I get to live that way, but I won't be able to do that ever again because I have master's in business and then law school.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I'm still like, I'm grateful that I still get at least a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I were to see the light of the situation.
And at least you're back on campus for senior year, too.
Get to do stuff like this. Talk to people like you.
Yeah.
So I want to talk more about your songwriting process. Like you mentioned some influences earlier, just people you grew up with.
Okay, so my songwriting process is literally all over the place. So usually,
how it should be.
It's all over the place. So usually, like I'll get an idea of like what type of song I want to make. It's like then I'll start looking at beats online, and then usually I have to like lock myself in my room, not be surrounded by anyone else, just for me to even get like a verse and a chorus done. But usually I just think of a topic that I think that I will be good at writing at. So usually I like to write about relationships and love, and I just start writing from there. But when I do like start to blank, I usually go to my younger sister, who is a great songwriter. Actually, she wrote one of my songs, "Inconsistent Love," on my EP.
Very fun.
She did the whole thing. So I'll go to her when I blank out. But to write a full song, it usually takes me, which sounds horrible, about a month. Because once I get the first verse and the chorus done, I just blank, and then I feel like I need some time to just experience some things.
Revisit it later.
And then once I come back to it, then I can just fully get the whole song done. And then I usually will go to the studio and, yeah.
Yeah, so you say that you lock yourself in your rooms. Do you not really like write collaboratively with anyone?
I haven't done that yet.
Okay. Are you open to it?
I'm definitely open to it, yeah.
Interesting. So, gears are turning in my head.
Anyone wants to work with Jade here?
Yeah, the gears are turning.
Hit the management email.
Yes, hit our email.
So fun. Do you find that like do you come up with an idea first, or do you like get like a lyric in your head, or do you hear
a melody?
So I'll usually would get the melody first. So I'll listen to the beat over and over, and then I'll brainstorm a melody. And once I get that melody, finalize the melody, then I'll start adding lyrics to it.
So you hear like production first, just like as like your foundation, and then you build on top of that.
And then I build from there.
Totally. I could actually relate to that one, but only because of songwriting 101 or whatever it was.
I love songwriting 101. That was one of my favorite
that was
classes.
absolutely brutal.
Really?
As someone who comes from a strictly business oriented mind, which sucks for me that I do that. Literally, and it was during COVID, so I couldn't even like bully one of my production friends to help me.
Oh, to help you.
Like, because I just don't get it. I just didn't understand like anything. Opening up Logic for the first time since freshman year was
that was brutal for me too.
Rough.
I was like, ugh.
I just like I don't know nothing. And then for my final for songwriting, I got paired with someone who knows even less than me. So I was like, am I gonna be responsible for this? And we both can't sing. We both can't do anything. So I was just like, this is just gonna be so brutal. And I hope he takes it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, no, that class was rough.
I'm glad you liked it.
I really did like it because I already told the professor, I was like, I struggle to write a complete song like within a certain time frame. So he kind of like pushed me to like just get that started. So, and then also he would give us topics to write about. Usually like I like to write about relationships and love, but with this class I couldn't do that for every song. So
yeah, push your boundaries a little. Oh, that's good. So
good.
You think you improved since that
definitely.
class? Wow, education.
Yeah, education.
Speaking of improving, I know that you started taking vocal lessons. Why don't we talk about that? How that's been for you?
So I actually,
love that.
I love my vocal coach. So I actually met her through Instagram. My mom actually sent her to me. She was like, you need to go out there and find a vocal coach. So she sent me.
Sorry to interrupt, but I feel like a lot of people think just because you sing very well already, thinks you don't need a vocal.
No, you definitely.
And if you could afford one, just always like vocal health and vocal everything.
Exactly,
so that's
vocal
great.
health. She taught me so much about vocal health. And before every lesson that we had, we would like have like we would sit and we would listen to oh my gosh. Like, you know how people meditate and they have like the music in the background. We would listen to that, and then we would start off with saying like, I believe in myself, I know that I can do this.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I absolutely love her. Affirmations, exactly. So, and then we would go into warm-ups, of course, and then I would tell her what I struggle with when I go into the studio, which is, for me, I struggle to do ad-libs. So we would practice that. We would play my own music off of my EP, and then I would just like kind of like add little ad-libs. And then when she would notice that like I'm not believing in myself, she would like, no, we're going to do it over and over until you know that you can do this. So vocal lessons definitely have helped me with my confidence and also with vocal health as well. So
I was going to say,
awesome.
like, when I saw you at Dragonfly, also off the record, I don't know if we should put this in there because someone might hear this, but I literally was like, I will leave after Jade. But then I didn't because I felt bad. But like, but you... cut back in. You just performed so confidently. I don't know if that's how you felt, but it looked like it.
Yes, and I definitely want to shout out my vocal coach because she worked with me so much to be ready for that first performance. Like a week before, we rehearsed like 3 times, and that definitely helped me get ready for that performance, because without her I would have been all over the place.
No, you killed it. Like I was barricade because I got there early. Jade got me past all like the whole line and security and everything. It was great. And so I was barricade with our merch guy.
Our merch guy.
Shout out to Shambe, Truth and Sound. And one of the dancers' boyfriends. And so we're just like hanging out, whatever. So we got a good spot right front and center in barricade. And like just standing there watching you perform, I was like, I feel like a proud mother. I was like, oh my God, like you killed it so hard. And like, I might be a little biased, but I don't think so. I think Jade is actually very wonderful.
Yeah, I even told Jade earlier today, like when I saw her family just like going crazy on the sideline, literally cried. And you know what? I was gonna wear makeup that day, but I ended up going. I needed a moment. I ended up going to like the friend I went to the show with. I ended up going on his roof just to like, not even with him. I literally just, can I go on your roof? I need a moment to watch sunset, have some vitamin D, you know, whatever. And I was like, going there before I got ready, right? And I was like, oh, I need to go leave and get ready. But things ended up scheduling was crazy, got times wrong. He didn't even get his ticket yet. I was like, all right, well, fuck this. We have to go. And I was like, oh, I don't have any makeup on, but whatever. And I'm glad I didn't wear any because I did, in fact, cry.
Oh, and it would have got all over the place.
Yeah, and my mascara could be expensive.
Yes.
So.
Oh, my gosh. Don't want to waste any drop of the mascara.
Yeah. No, we were talking about this before we started filming, but like Jade has such a strong support system. Your family's so cute and so supportive. I remember after the openers were done, like I like met up with Jade and she was like,
I want you to meet my family.
She was like a family show. I was like, oh, let me go see the family. And so they were only letting in like Drexel students, and so her family had to be like on the outside of like this event. But they were able to like see, but like
and the crazy part is I I did tell them that I was performing, but I did not expect them to all come out to see me. I was just like, it's for Drexel students. They were like, no, we're going to be there regardless if it's just for students.
And it was so cute. And we started walking up. Yeah. We started walking up, and I see all of them lined up against the fence. They're all wearing your merch, and they're just like, yeah, Jade.
Stop, I'm going to start crying now.
Oh my gosh, yes. It was so cute. I was like, oh my God, your family's so cute. And then like one of your family members was like got the phone out and was like holding like a kid in one arm and was like, so how did you feel after your first performance?
I'm pretty sure I saw a kid with the phone like filming you, and I was just like, that is everything I needed to see.
It was so cute, so wholesome.
Yeah, oh, that was just and just everything, and they were proud. They have every right to be proud. Just like you had this like energy on the stage that was like very like radiant, and like the way it was produced with like the dancers and everything was really, you could tell there was a lot of preparation. Obviously, you sounded great.
Was a very good touch.
Yeah, shout out to Cam and Camille. We did our thing out there.
Literally did your thing out there. It was so good. Once they came out, because it was just you at first, right? You were alone.
I did the first song by myself,
which obviously killed. And then all of a sudden they came on. They were strutting their little stuff out there. I was
like, oh.
And like, can we mention
people weren't expecting the dancer?
No, I wasn't. Not only did you open for Flo Rida, but like there were multiple openers, Philly creators. But you were the first one out there, so
I wasn't expecting me to be the first one.
So you were setting the tone of the night, and you know what? Gave it 100,000%.
And it translated to the audience, because sometimes for the first person that goes on the stage, audience is still kind of dead sometimes.
Yeah,
not
it can be.
For like I'm not saying just in your case, that's in general, that's how it is. Audience was
vibing.
They were.
Like they already high energy by the time you got there.
Yeah.
Not before you got there, but like you got the energy up.
I definitely loved it. I definitely want to do, that's like set the bar for me. Like that was my first performance, so it's only up from here.
You got to wait, did you meet Flo Rida?
I didn't meet him, but I did see him in the we had a dressing room, I guess, and I saw him in the hallway. But
that's
he was
crazy.
Like he didn't even notice me. just walking.
Did you get a rider?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that. What was on your rider?
So wait, no, we didn't get a rider. Well, in the room we got it was just snacks, water, and we had like our own like bathroom that we can go to.
Very cute.
So we didn't exactly get like the form, but they gave us like snacks.
Okay, but if you were to be given a form,
what would be on my? Okay, so I definitely would need some tea, some honey.
I heard. What's your favorite kind
of
tea?
I love green tea. Green tea is my favorite.
You know what I heard? Throat coat is a type of tea. I hate that word, but Matthew, I don't know if you know Matthew Sabbat. He's like one of my best friends. He swears by throat coat.
It's good for when you're sick.
Yeah, and he said that.
That's for when you're sick.
And then Alex Vallejos said that she loves it when she used to like do stuff in high school. And she's like, yeah, I just had a throat coat before and would be good to go.
Might have to give that a try then. But I usually do green tea, and then I of course get some honey. What else would become my rider?
Snacks, favorite foods.
Yeah, snacks. I would need some apples, pineapples.
Oh, healthy. I was expecting like chips and cookies.
Same.
Like before a performance, I don't want to eat like a whole bunch of
that's no dairy.
Yeah, no
Nothing
dairy.
Greasy.
But if I did need like a little snack, I guess it would be Oreos. I love Oreos.
Ooh.
Any luxurious things you put on your rider? I'm trying to think of like if I was an asshole artist. Not saying you are, but I feel like whenever we've talked about riders in class, there's always like some sort of thing that makes them a little bit of an asshole, but it's like a rite of passage.
I think I would have pretty basic stuff. I don't need.
Who would be in your posse? Who would be in like your crew of people that you would want to bring with you on tour?
Definitely my mom.
That's good.
We took a little break, but we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
And my question was, if you were to go on tour, who would be like in your little posse of people that you would bring with you? Who's part of your crew?
So part of my crew, first would be my mom. She's like my biggest support system, so I definitely would need her there with me. I also would need my vocal coach because I feel like she definitely helps me get ready for shows. So I have 3 best friends. All 3 of them, I would need them there just so I could have good vibes before a show.
Yeah,
you know, you need your friends just to like calm you down or hype you up if you need them to.
Mental health,
exactly. Who else would I? Regina, of course. You already know.
I was gonna say. I was waiting. I was like, how far down the list am I?
Sorry, but so yeah, you, my mom, my best friends, vocal coach, and I feel like I'm missing some people, but those are the first people.
I'm loving the lack of men, unless one of your best friends.
I mean, I have guy friends as well.
No, but here's the thing.
Deserve
no,
nothing.
but like, no, not even that, but like, clearly, no one who needs a man. Like no one.
No one. But yeah, those are the first people that I can think of right now. Probably, I don't know. Those are just the first people I can think of right now. But definitely my mom. She's like my biggest support system, so I definitely would need her there.
No, I feel you on that one. Not that I'd ever be going on tour, but.
So when we eventually go on tour, what are some places that you want to visit?
I haven't even thought of that.
Either in the U.S. or internationally.
I really have never even thought of that.
Any dream venues? Like, I really wish one day I could go to the stage of this place.
I'm trying to think. Now I'm blanking on every stage that there is. I don't know. Since I've never like thought of like going on tour like around the country, I guess the biggest place for me, like my next goal would be to perform at either the Fillmore or the Met in Philly.
Gorgeous.
Those are good spots.
I haven't really thought about performing anywhere else yet. But
how about just traveling in general?
To travel?
Yeah, because we've talked about traveling.
List. Where do I want to go? I want to go to Bora Bora.
Ooh.
I want to go to Brazil. I want to go to Paris. I really want to go to Cuba. I was supposed to go to Cuba for my graduation trip when I graduated high school, but then we got banned, so sadly I couldn't go there.
Sick.
But I want to go to Cuba. Where else do I want to go? I'm like blanking.
The whole world.
The whole world.
I want to go everywhere.
Where do you guys want to go?
I want to go to Europe. I just want to like kind of travel around Europe because the countries are so small and like together and stuff. So you can like be in like, I don't know, like London and be like, I'm going to go to Paris for the day or something like that.
I do want to go to Paris only because I was supposed to go literally March 2020.
Oh, really?
Whenever the pandemic first started.
And then
I think it was like for the end of March. And then we were like, oh, well, can't do that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And so I really want to go there. And I also want to go to London only because Harry Styles.
Oh, Harry Styles.
And everything else. I'm just being an asshole.
How long is the flight to Europe?
10 hours, I believe.
Probably around there.
Gosh.
Yeah. And you can always take a red eye.
I have a fear of being on flights for that long.
Okay, I just had a conversation with one of my roommates. They were like, how do you feel about planes? I feel like you wouldn't really like them. And I was like, oh yeah, no, like I have
You've never been out of the country, right? Or am I joking?
I was born in a different country.
I did not know that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
She's like, no.
Did I know that?
I thought you did.
I don't think I knew that.
I don't think I knew that about you, Regina. I don't think I knew that.
Anyway, we were talking about planes, and I like get so much anxiety with like the takeoff.
The takeoff, oh my gosh.
And the landing.
Yes, those are the worst
and like
parts.
the turbulence is like, and like I have to, even if I'm not tired, I have to sleep. I can't be conscious
the same way.
because
I have to be asleep.
like if there's turbulence, I get like anxious, and also it's just like a compact space, and I just not great.
I'm definitely the same way. It's the worst when like I'm asleep and then the turbulence wakes me up out of my sleep, and I'm like, are we dying? Are we going down?
Exactly.
Like, oh my gosh.
Are you the type of people that have to like pop a Dramamine before so you knock out?
No. I just chew gum on takeoff and landing because
I just keep my headphones in my ear the entire time, and then I just force myself to sleep. So
yeah, one time I was traveling with my parents, and I don't remember. I think we were on our way home from wherever we were going, but we had like a layover, and we weren't on like a regular like 747. You know how there's like 3 seats on the end, and then there's like 3 seats or 4 seats like in the middle. It was like there was only 2 like rows of seats, and there was 1 aisle.
Yeah.
And at first,
so were you traveling domestically?
I think we were traveling from like West Coast to East Coast because we had took a plane because we had gone to Taiwan, which by the way, that flight is like 16 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Something crazy.
I can't
like
imagine
that.
being on a plane.
And then we had a layover
Really?
in like California or LA or something. And so we were traveling back from the West Coast to the East Coast. And originally they had put me near the exit, but I was too little because in case of emergency, like, so they put me in between these like
middle
two
seats
like
are the worst.
They put me like in between these like 2 men, so I was like not
How old were you?
like 12 or 13.
Got it.
And so I wasn't with my parents. I was like in between these 2 men or whatever, and I didn't have like my Spotify or anything. Or maybe I wasn't 12 or 13. I don't remember. But I couldn't stream like any music or whatever, so I just had to listen to the music that was on my phone at the time. And it was like Taylor Swift, just like
nothing has changed.
And like that's all I could listen to, and I was just like, this is such a terrible time.
At least that one's kind of short. That's only like a 5-hour flight, no?
Yeah, but it was
Excuse me.
Hungry?
No, I don't even know what that was.
But it was weird. And so I just like sat like this and like
that's so uncomfortable.
Tried to sleep like this.
I was like just short flight, but I went to Florida this past summer. Someone fell asleep on me.
Really?
Oh.
I was like, no, honey. This doesn't happen. No, and I'm not nice. I literally went,
get off of me,
because they were on this shoulder. I was like how'd that happen?
Oh, I wonder what that was.
Because like I said, I'm not going to COVID, B, I'm not going to be uncomfortable for that entire time. And I get you're tired. I do that too. Not sleep on other people, but like.
I haven't done
I get it, but I was just like, no, I'm not dealing.
Not dealing with this today.
Yeah, I think if I were to travel, if I had to choose, I'm going back to the Philippines just because it's been a while. I haven't been there since I was 17. Who knows? Maybe I'll see a ghost again. Kidding. Not kidding. Anyways, I just need to go there because my grandma's getting old, so I need to see her sometime soon. But there's still some travel restrictions in like regards to quarantining and stuff, so that's a bit of an issue.
But I do want to go to like every state eventually. Like I want to hit all 50 states, which I feel like is
definitely feasible.
Yeah, definitely.
I already
especially
did the entire East Coast.
Yeah, especially on like a bus tour or something.
Oh, bus tour, yeah.
If you guys go on tour together.
Gotta speak it into existence.
It's happening.
When you guys.
I'm so excited for that. It's gonna be so much fun.
Coming soon.
Are you into like manifestations and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm really into
Love
that.
it. So much fun.
What's like your favorite one, or what's one that you do a lot?
I don't chase, I attract.
I just always speak like happiness and health over not only like myself but like my friends and family. So those are like my top two that I like to manifest and speak out into the world.
That's good.
Also helps, like, I feel like it helps ground people because like sometimes when people worry about things like that too much, it like I'm talking about myself here, sends them into like a little spiral. So like when you manifest, like, oh, that's already currently happening because that's how manifestations work. It's like you start to believe it.
You start to believe it,
and you don't spiral.
Yeah.
Love that about you. I'll start talking to the moon. I'm like, hey.
Hey, moon. Good night, moon.
Good night, moon.
Good night, moon.
So let's talk about what's next for you.
For me, okay, so I've been working on a few songs that I've been writing, but I recorded one song with a friend over the summer that I kind of want to revisit because I feel like it's not done, needs some work. But that's probably going to be the first thing that I release in the new year. But I definitely want to work on a bigger project, so hopefully like an album. So,
Yeah, that's sneak peek.
Yes,
Album
I
in the
definitely want to work
works.
on an album. That's definitely next. But right now, I've just been writing a lot of singles, and hopefully I get back into the studio soon to finish those. But yeah,
I'm excited.
yeah, I'm excited too.
Do you think you're like, what has been have you been sticking with the R&B sound? Are you getting experimental or anything?
So I've been sticking with the R&B sound, but I also grew up listening to like neo soul. So I really want to maybe do like a smaller project for neo soul, just strictly, that.
Do it now while all the studios are free.
Yeah, that's what I should do. Definitely should get on top of that.
Not like right now, but I'm saying like before you
But
graduate.
For sure.
I'll never. That's like my biggest thing I tell underclassmen. I was like, these studios that you see that are really expensive.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, those are free.
They're free for us. So
well, not free. We pay an arm and leg for tuition.
Yeah,
but
we don't have to pay like an hourly rate like a regular studio. So
that's literally not that I ever use a studio, but like I think about when people graduate, I'm like, that kind of sucks for you.
Yeah. Also, like there's like different schools. Only like upperclassmen can use the studios, whereas here like any grade can use the studios. You don't have to be an upperclassman or like a senior to use them.
I will say though, people who have projects get prioritized over people who could do like personal work, which obviously makes sense. But like so nice that like you could use personal work. Like you could do personal work.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a perk.
And we do have like a lot of studios here too, so we have some options.
What's your favorite studio that you used here?
Well, Studio One, of course. I haven't used Studio One yet, but I really would like to. But I usually use Studio C I'm forgetting the one that's in the basement of McAllister.
Is that A?
Yeah, Studio A.
The big one, right?
Yeah, the big one. I like that one. But I definitely want to try to get into Studio One. Hopefully, one of these days.
I could envision like a behind the scenes shoot too. Like I see a live band for some reason. I see
live
everything.
set maybe in the Studio One.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You hear that, Regina? You hear that, manager? Get that work. Shit. Are you familiar with how to use the SEPTA from the Frankfurt line?
No.
Okay, that is something we need to work on.
I'm so bad.
From Philly.
And I'm so bad.
And aren't you like from not too far away from here?
Yeah, I'm from Upper Darby, so I'm really not far. But I don't use public transportation. I don't really use it that often.
So you don't go to City Hall that much? You don't go to Center City, really?
No, I really don't go anywhere.
You're missing out. There's a lot of fun stuff over there.
I mean, I have been like a few times, but I don't go that often. So
you've been down like South Street or like
I've
the
been
pier
to South Street.
and stuff.
I've done
Cute.
that, but it's been
Okay, well, lucky for you, all you have to do is get on. Bleep this out. Get on the train and go all the way down to 15. Make sure you go in the right direction.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, and it'll say
It's
City
the
Hall.
Eastern line, yeah.
You gotta go eastbound.
See, like my friends, they try to like help me out when I do have to take public transportation, but I always get lost or
It's
have to
literally
ask for
just
help.
like you get at one place, go straight, and you're already there.
Oh,
and it's like the ones that you'll notice that everyone gets off at. So you'd be like, oh, I should probably get
off at this one.
You know
too.
what? Why don't we all just go together?
Yeah,
let's all go together.
Really figure this out.
So already you've done a lot of stuff. Put out an EP, put out merch,
music
put out
videos.
music videos, photo shoots.
Yes.
Live
Which
performance.
is your favorite part, or what's like one of your
favorite
favorite
part of
things that you've done so far in this past year?
Okay, so definitely performing for Flow Rida, well, opening for Flow Rida. That probably was the best moment of my life. But right after that would probably be doing the video shoots. That was so fun. I actually was so nervous because I don't really know how to like act on camera.
No, you killed it in those videos.
I thought I was acting awkward, but once I like got used to it and like the hang of things, it was very fun.
Yeah.
So definitely performing, and then the music videos are really fun.
So what you're saying is that there's gonna be more music videos coming.
Yes, for sure. I definitely would like to do a music video for next single, for a couple for the album that I'm gonna be working on. So.
This is just this whole entire interview process has been Regina figuring out what she needs to do with her job.
I got it in the back of my head. That's why I'm asking these specific questions.
Wow, prepared.
Yeah,
that's exciting though. I'm excited to see how those come out.
And I definitely want to do some more photo shoots. We gotta get on top of that. Yeah,
we'll get right on that.
What is something you do that you like do in your free time that isn't music related?
I love watching movies. All of my friends always make fun of me because I love movies. I love watching Marvel movies. I can't wait to see.
Have you seen the new trailer for the SpiderMan?
Yes, I have. I'm so excited.
Wait.
I watched it like 3 times. I'm so excited for it.
Hold on. Wait, sorry, that was really loud, Margaret.
I knew that was coming. I was waiting for you to say that because
I feel like I always
this one right here loves Marvel so much. So I was just I was like 3.
Did you see
2.
The thing is, this question wasn't prepared.
No,
I didn't prepare that question. It was just came to my head.
No, as soon as she said movies, I was like, oh, I know it's coming.
Did you see the new Eternals movie?
I didn't get a chance to see that one yet, but I heard like mixed reviews about it. I heard it wasn't that good.
I have, without giving too much away, I was really there for the end credit scene, the first end credit scene, because there's 2, which has been a theme recently for Marvel. The first end credit scene I've been theorizing for like a year and a half now. Yeah, since November of my junior year.
I feel out of my
and so it happened. And I'm not going to give away what it was, but
I have to go watch it just so I can see
you have to go watch it. And once you see it, you'll be like, oh, that makes sense, because I'm such a fan of who was in this scene. So I've been theorizing it. I was like, I'm in denial, because if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be really disappointed. I'll believe it when I see it, right? And so that was like the main reason. I was going to see it regardless, just because it's a Marvel movie, and I've seen every single one. I've even seen the Hulk. Not multiple times, but like, you know.
That's not my favorite, but
yeah, no, that one, it's not even.
Should I leave?
Yeah, no, this is a whole other podcast now. But anyways, my opinion on it is, content itself wasn't my favorite, but I know it'll be really important later down in the phase, because we're in like phase 5 now or something like that.
Yeah.
Later down in the phase when things start coming together.
Yeah, I definitely got to go see it now.
Did you see Shang-Chi though?
I didn't get a chance to see that. I see those are the only 2 that I have
the
not
2 new
seen.
ones. Yeah, that makes sense.
I haven't
I
seen
will
those
say Loved Shang-Chi. It didn't feel that Marvel-y to me.
Really?
But, like, Eternals 2 didn't feel that Marvel-y to
Really?
me.
Aw.
And I'm finally excited for Spider-Man 3 to come out. It comes out December 17th. Don't ask me why I know that. I'm literally going home.
I'm going to go buy my tickets.
Yeah, literally book them now. Book the tickets now. But I'm excited because it's actually going to feel like a Marvel movie
Yeah,
again.
I'm
These
so
are literally my
excited.
favorite movies.
Spider-Man is actually my favorite Marvel character.
Same.
Oh my
And you know what?
gosh.
I hate telling people that because they're like, oh, you're
Like,
just
really?
like a poser. Like you're just like you just like Tom Holland, and like Tom Holland is new to the MCU. And
Oh
first of
my
all, he's
gosh.
not. But like he's just so cute. Like he's from Queens. He's like this
I didn't
little
know
nerd.
that.
Not Tom Holland. I'm talking about like Spider-Man.
Oh, I wanted to say. Wait.
Tom Holland's definitely not from America. But just like the idea of Spider-Man,
Who
he's
would've
just like a
thought?
Queens boy, and he's like this little nerd, and like he
Yeah.
has like this little like love interest.
Mhm.
But like, I could go so deep into this.
I
but
love
those
his
are,
character. Just
he's so cute, and people like hate on Tom Holland because like, oh, he doesn't make a good Spider-Man.
Yes,
I'm like,
he does. I think
he makes a
does
great
pretty
Peter
good.
Parker and a good
Yes.
Spider-Man. No
Exactly.
shade to Andrew Garfield, but he was a great Peter Parker. No shade to Tobey Maguire, but he was just a great Spider-Man. Tom Holland embodies both so
the whole
well,
package right there.
and that's all I have to say about that.
Regina's
Are you
like,
sure? Is that all? Is that all?
For now, but yeah, those are
So
definitely
out of my element.
as snow days start approaching, I'm like itching. I'm like, I get my
Yes.
Marvels
Oh my gosh.
marathon soon again,
Yes.
because I have to like I have to literally tell myself like, you don't have to watch the entirety of the MCU over and over again.
Oh my gosh.
Like I do, and like once I watch up to Endgame, I start over all over.
Oh,
again.
really? You
Yes.
start over?
No, yeah, I'm like
my
that.
gosh.
Like you could turn the movie off, and I could tell you how the rest of the script
Oh my
goes.
gosh.
It's really bad.
See, I'm a Marvel fan, but it seems like you're an extreme Marvel
No, like
fan.
it's bad. Like I can't wait to. I might go to Comic-Con sometime
Oh, really?
soon.
Char's a low-key nerd. People don't know that. Like, I have a
I
video.
don't know why
That's
it
okay.
seems low key. Like I'm so open about
That's
this
true.
shit.
No, we did like an impromptu like taco night like a couple months ago or something, and Char had this like little like comic book like photo template
oh my gosh.
on her fridge, and it was you and
Tara.
and
My roommate.
I have this video of you standing up and just like explaining
Narrating.
narrating this whole comic scene, and all of us are sitting there very
We're
intently
like,
going
Oh.
like we're
Trying to
all
follow.
interested.
It was so Marvel I obviously love, and we went to Tara and I ended up going to the King of Prussia Mall
Okay.
because we wanted to go to Build-A-Bear, which also was Marvel related. Anyway, we wanted to go to Build-A-Bear, even though it was my 21st birthday. I was like, I want to go to Build-A-Bear, and I want to get a bear that looks like Captain Steve Rogers. So it was gonna be like Steve Rogers is like just a regular bear, but then have like the little military outfit.
Okay. I haven't been to Build-A-Bear in years.
Same.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say ever. I was like,
It
huh?
was my first
In
time going
years.
since I was a toddler. So I was just like, this is going to be a whole new experience for me. And then I'm going to audio record something like Steve Rogers says. But then I ended up going. They didn't have regular bears. And so I ended up going to a different mall that later.
They didn't have regular bears?
They didn't have regular bears. They only had like the specialty bears because the regular bears, like whatever.
Crime.
And so I
Really?
didn't end up going to get Build-A-Bear that day. But we ended up walking around shopping because it was still the day before my birthday. And plus, I think Tara needed to get me out of the house while they decorated my apartment for my birthday party later.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, it was really cute. And so as we were walking, we walked by this photo booth, and I noticed it says Marvel on it. And so you get to choose like what comic book scene you want to be a part of, and like take pictures.
Which
in
mall was this in?
King of Prussia.
I didn't know they had that.
I'll take you there.
Yes. I'm like, wait, I need to
on that
go.
King of Prussia trip.
Like that's the plan. We're gonna watch a Marvel movie. We're gonna go.
Yes.
Yeah. So I ended up doing that, and it just made me so happy for no reason.
It was very cute.
Oh, that sounds so cute.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
I was
gosh.
fully sober, right?
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
When I was telling the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
wow.
Oh wow, you're sober.
So yeah, I ended up going to Build-A-Bear at a different place, different mall, like a couple days later. And I ended up getting just a Spider-Man outfit for it, and it has the bear's name is Peter Parker.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I still cuddle with him every single night.
See, now you're going to make me go to Build-A-Bear and do that. I'm going to get
And I would 100% recommend it.
Yes, I think I'll do that next time I go to King of Prussia.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have regular bears.
And then I have like, you know how like you'd add a voice to your little, and now his says, wow, Mr. Stark, it smells like a new car in here when he got his metal suit for the first day. You know what I'm talking about in Infinity War?
Yes. I loved Infinity War. Oh my gosh.
My favorite Marvel movie.
Times. Really? That's your favorite? What is my favorite?
Yeah, what is your favorite? This is where I start to judge you.
Like
I know, I'm sorry. Once you get me started talking, I'm trying to think. I did enjoy Infinity War, but I really also like Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
That is interesting because I don't.
Really? You didn't like that one?
I think the saving grace for the Guardians of the Galaxy movies is the soundtrack.
Really? You didn't like it at all?
I did. I think I do like it. I won't necessarily like pay attention when I rewatch it. It's kind of like the one I put in the background sometimes. I think I just didn't like the daddy issue.
Oh.
I think I was just like, this is a bit too much for me.
A little too much.
Yeah, and I'm like, out of all the Chris's that are in the MCU, Chris Pratt is also not my favorite. Some personal vendettas against that one.
Yeah, I've heard some interesting things about him lately.
So Regina, you're not a fan at all?
I don't know. I feel like
take this winter break to get into it, just to give it a try.
Yeah, I think you should.
I want to because I grew up watching the OG Wonder Woman when I was a kid. Like my dad like showed me like the OG like what's her name, Linda Carter in Wonder Woman, the original show from like what is it, like the 70s or something. I don't remember. That's probably completely wrong. And so like I've always loved like superhero movies. I thought that stuff was always really cool. Like I've seen like the OG like Batman movies, like Catwoman, like the Flash and stuff. So I feel like I just haven't had the opportunity to get into it. If someone sat me down and was like, we're gonna watch the Marvel movies, I would be like, okay, I'm down.
See, I tried that with my friend that I talked about, and it's been going south recently.
I have seen Into the Spider-Verse, which I will say is a beautiful movie.
Oh my gosh,
beautiful.
It is so well done.
Very well done.
I don't remember what I was doing. I think.
See, I have so many theories about this new Marvel movie, the new SpiderMan movie coming out, and one of them involves. All right, let's not get into it.
But it was beautiful. I really liked it. So I think
I
think I probably would like the Marvel movies.
You know what the issue is with some people though, because at this point there is. Actually, I don't know how many. I think there's like 27.
There's so many.
Marvel movies.
It takes so long to get through all of them.
And then
it
now
takes a while to get through all of them.
And now there's series that came out and are continuing to come out.
I like the series.
WandaVision was such a great way to enter into the series world of Marvel.
Wait, what's the next one that they're working on?
Hawkeye is coming out in like 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, shoot. Wow.
Yeah, it's coming out soon. Yeah. And then I think...
Okay, so it is November, and the talk of the town is Spotify Wrapped. Yes. So if you had to guess what your Spotify Wrapped is going to look like,
oh gosh,
what would you say that it looks like? You could say like top artist or top song.
Oh gosh.
Or
probably would definitely be Summer Walker. I listen to Summer Walker almost every day for hours. Like, oh my gosh.
She just put out a new project, right?
Yes.
I saw your tweets.
Still over it. Yes, you saw my tweets. I absolutely love Summer Walker. So
everyone's telling me to listen to it, but I like to listen to albums in their entirety, one go around, and so I just haven't had the time to do that yet.
Yeah,
I haven't even listened to Silk
I
Sonic.
listened to the whole thing, and then like I chose like my favorite songs. So.
Oh, are you? Side question. Are you the type of person who? There's a right and wrong answer. Are you A, correct and listen to an album front to back in the correct order?
Skips.
Or 2, are you
shuffle.
heinous and you shuffle an album?
Oh no, I will never shuffle an album
Thank
that
you.
just comes out.
You shuffle? You know what?
No.
No. And I get mad at the people who think I'm crazy for doing that, but I'm like, artists think about how they place their music, and
you have to listen in the correct exactly.
Yes.
And like
that's how I did for my Stages of Love.
Like,
I started
sometimes it takes artists so long to figure out the order.
Exactly.
It's intentional.
Oh my gosh.
Listen to it top
if you
to
shuffle
bottom.
it,
you
you're
don't have to
messing
do
up.
that every single time, but like at least the first.
Oh, you do that? I don't do it every time. The first time I listen to the album full through, I'll listen to it in the correct
and then like
order,
later on you'll choose your favorites and blah blah blah. But like I think the first time you listen to an album, like you have to listen to it with what the artist intended to do, and that's why I always talk about this. Like it sounds so pretentious, but it's like we know that because we study the music industry, we work in the music industry. Not everyone gets that, and it's like that's why I hate saying it because it's like sounds so pretentious. Like I'm in the music industry. It's like shut up. Not everyone needs to know that. No, not everyone needs to be in the music industry to know that. But it's also just like I always like wonder what like someone who's not in the music industry how like they would think about something like that.
But I feel like it's like watching like a TV show out of order or watching a movie series out of order.
Yes.
Like,
exactly.
I don't know. Anyway, to continue, Spotify Wrapped.
So definitely Summer Walker. Who else do I listen to besides Summer Walker? I listen to a lot of her. I love SZA. Who else? Ari Lennox.
Filipino.
I love.
I need to get into
her.
her.
Oh my gosh,
I need to
you
get into
should.
her.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing. Her new song Pressure. Check it out.
So good.
So good. Who else? I don't really listen to like a lot of rap. It's just if you look through my phone, I listen to like all R&B and neo soul. So that's why people ask me to get on the aux. I'm like, are you sure? Because I don't have what's in her feelings. But definitely Summer Walker, Ari Lennox, her, and SZA.
That's a good group.
Yeah.
Women. Period.
What do you think is like your top song? Is there one song that you had on repeat?
I'm trying to think. I listen to so many songs on repeat. I guess one that would be on repeat would be by Summer Walker. It's CPR.
I know that one.
I love that song.
I do know that one.
Okay, I need to get in.
Check that song out.
For
It's
sure.
great. But yeah, CPR probably would be my top song that I listen to over and over.
Amazing.
Do you know what yours is gonna look like?
Definitely, like at the
I always predict wrong. So.
At the beginning of the year, I listened to a lot of Fletcher because she put out an EP, and so that's definitely going to be on there. Oh my God, I've like back and forth. I've listened to Montero, Lil Nas X, like that album and Planet Her, Doja Cat,
Planet Her,
because both of them are so good for the gym, and like I'll just go back and forth in between those, so those will definitely be up there for me.
What's your favorite song off of Doja Cat's new album?
I really like Scoop.
Wait, that's the one album that I didn't listen to the entire thing.
Just kidding.
I still haven't listened to the whole thing.
That's Lil Nas X, but Doja Cat is featured on that song.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me see.
My favorite song off of that album, I think, is Woman.
That one's good.
Yeah.
I like I Don't Do Drugs with Ariana Grande.
Oh, yeah, that one's a good one. Do you listen to Doja Cat?
I do, but I haven't listened to the new album.
You should check it out.
I know. Good. I'm really bad with that because I like mentally have to put myself in a space to listen to albums.
Listen to an album,
I'm
right?
So like I'm not like audio wise, I'm not like that type of music person, but for some reason I like to make it an entire experience, and it's also a time commitment.
It is.
That's fair.
I know.
Especially if you listen to the entire thing. Definitely.
I'll also definitely get a lot of Kehlani and probably Billie Eilish's album that she put out this year.
I haven't heard Billie's album yet.
Really?
I need to check
it's
it
pretty
out.
good.
It is.
I liked it a lot.
I just love how it, like, I don't know, I love her music, always loved her music. It was starting to get like almost like, oh, I know what your vibe is, and it all kind of sounds the same. But she's been like having some fun lately, I feel like, and I like it. Personally, it happens every year. One Direction's always on my Spotify rap every year. Like that's just the one that we know is all gonna happen. That's the only one I get right whenever I predict my Spotify Wrapped. But there was a time in my life where I haven't been listening to that much hip hop and rap, because that's what I grew up on. I grew up in Yonkers, New York, but like to the part of Yonkers that's like I'm on the border of the Bronx, so I'm like coming from a place where it's like very hip hop influenced. Because as we know, the Bronx is the birthplace of hip hop. So my whole life has just been hip hop and rap, and then I got to college and I started like branching out into other things, and then that is what took over my music taste for a while. But this past year, I want to say since like towards the end of quarantine. I want to say since like not the end of quarantine, because like obviously COVID is still a thing, but like when things started lifting a little bit more, I started getting back into it, and that's all I've been listening to lately. Really? You'll see like on Spotify, I know it's on a desktop feature, I don't know if it's on the phone, but it'd be like, here are your top artists this month or whatever, and it goes from like One Direction, Ariana Grande to like Jack Harlow and Trippie Redd, and like there's just like let's call it diversity. But I've been listening to a lot of Jack Harlow.
I like Jack Harlow.
I have the biggest crush on him.
He's so cute.
I blew him a kiss at his concert, and he caught it.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yes, and
not to flex,
but
that's a huge flex. I would probably like saying it.
I literally died because my top was broken too at the time, and it was one of those tops that's like backless and held together by a singular chain.
Oh my gosh.
And that chain kept breaking.
Oh my gosh.
And so I was like holding my shirt together, and I was like, oh my god, he just caught my. It was hysterical.
Oh my gosh, I would have been freaking out if that happened.
There's like videos videos that I've been seeing surface going like relatively viral, just like a couple thousand like views and stuff. Not views, likes. And I'm like, oh, it's Jack Harlow. And then I realized, like, that's me in the background.
Oh, my God.
And
now I have to see this
was, like,
video.
a couple months ago. What?
I want to see this video.
No, I think I have it. I could show you later.
Yeah.
And I see it, and I'm like, oh, my God, that's me. And then I saw him again at Rolling Loud, and I was just like, I would do anything for you. Please just let me work for you. Like, I would absolutely do anything. So he, I hope, is on my top. And I don't know, he's just so cute. He has some sort of energy. He's very charming. That's what he is.
He is.
I think that's what gets me.
He's
so
definitely a ladies' man for sure.
And I think maybe before, I feel like he wasn't. He said he was popular in high school, but I'm like, something tells me you weren't.
Probably wasn't. There's this one TikToker who I follow, and she just like posted about like, oh, like I have this playlist if, you know, anyone wants to listen to it. And the playlist is literally called like if people say rap is bad or something, or play when people say rap is bad. And so I was like listening to it, and there's a lot of like MF Doom and stuff on it, which I've started getting into, which is I feel like surprising for me. But this playlist is really good, and like I'll listen to that like every now and then.
Yeah, I literally have a playlist because when I'm around my Philly friends, and it's not to say like obviously there's a huge hip hop culture here in Philadelphia, but just with like the people I surround myself with, not everyone that I'm friends with likes hip hop and rap. I feel like more so like it's like the pop, R&B, and like indie side. And so like I have a playlist on Spotify, and it goes, I forget what did I call it?
Not for Philly.
Yes, it's literally called Not for Philly, and I play it at parties sometimes just because it's like a party vibe. And it's like literally just like mostly New York artists like J.I. and A Boogie and stuff like that.
A-Boogie. I do like A Boogie.
Same. And people hate when I say that. And I'm like, well, stop being a hater. There's also a lot of Pop Smoke on there and stuff like that. Just cause, like,
I remember the summer we went to the beach together, and we were coming back, and I was on aux, and it was like a lot of just like indie kind of like whatever. And Char was like, I'm about to fall asleep. Like we got to put my music on. And he played that.
That's
playlist.
what people say when they listen to my playlist. I'm like, I'm telling
driving. Like I like your music, but I was driving.
Oh yeah, you need something upbeat when you're.
It was just like very like indie, like calming music and stuff.
And when you're in the sun the entire day,
you need something to keep you awake when you're driving.
Exactly. And I was like, bitch from New York. Yeah, wow. Spotify Wrapped. Can't wait to see how incorrect I was.
I'm excited to see it when it comes around.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun.
Yeah, this was fun.
I can't wait to talk about Marvel when we cut the cameras.
But before we go, I'm sure you're familiar with Billie Eilish's Vogue interview, and we just did this to each other last week.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to look back on.
Yeah.
Kind of nervy.
So we're going to do a little interview for you just to see. So you have something to look back on in a couple of years.
Regina, why don't you take the reins on this one? Because you know her a little bit better.
I'm going to forget some of the questions, but
I think it was just like a name.
Yeah, okay.
Today's date.
Right.
How old you are.
What is today's date?
I actually know.
It's the
November 17th.
Okay, November 17th. Okay.
You ready?
You want to see yourself.
Yes.
All right. State your name.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amara J.
And what's today's date?
Today is November 17th, 2021.
Sorry. And how old are you currently?
I'm 20 years old, yeah.
What was the next question? Oh, okay. Wait. And where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
5 years. I definitely still see myself making music, hopefully traveling and doing tours and different concerts. But I also hope to have my own concert venue in 5 years. So
nice.
Yeah.
And do you see yourself happy then?
Oh, I definitely see myself happy, healthy, and hopefully wealthy. So.
Yes.
And are you happy right now?
Yes, I'm very happy, but I definitely, if I keep doing, like chasing my dreams, I'll be even happier. So.
And what's some advice that you would give yourself a year ago, a couple years ago? You're just your past self in general.
I definitely would tell myself that I can do anything that I put my mind to, and don't let your overthinking or your thoughts stop you from chasing your dreams.
I needed that.
Was there anything else?
No, I think that was just like the basics of what we did. when we did it.
Well, Jade, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you for
here.
letting me be
Genuinely,
here.
like
it was so nice talking
Jade is
to you.
one of the sweetest people I know. I
thank
feel
you,
so
Regina.
fortunate to be able to work with you.
Thank
Not
you,
to
you're
get
so
corny,
sweet, too.
but like I genuinely like all of your songs are on my playlist. I listen to them
thank
like on the
you.
regular. I'm so happy that you were able to be our first guest.
Yes, I'm so happy that I could be here. This was fun. Hopefully I can
Good.
come back.
I'm
I definitely.
We could come, you could even just come to chat, like,
Yeah,
for, like, not
definitely.
even
Hear
for the
that,
camera.
and she had a good time.
I had a
think you're
great
doing
time.
something right
This was
here.
fun. This was fun. And I was
Why
so
not?
nervous at first, but this was
No, it
really
was
chill.
casual.
Yeah, we try to make it
casual.
as casual as possible because who the fuck are we?
Yeah, no,
Clearly
we're
we're
nobody.
underqualified.
But I hope that we work together for a very long time.
Yes, I hope so too. We definitely will.
Absolutely.
We definitely will.
All right, well, thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you again, Jade, for being here, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yay.
This was fun.